Given the circumstances of this one, the game of choice was probably a better idea than arm wrestling or thumb war. Reuters reports that Stage 4 of the Tour of Slovenia bicycle race was decided by a game of chance after Tadej Pogačar and Rafał Majka, who are teammates on UAE Team Emirates, headed towards the finish line with no danger of being caught by other riders. The pair decided that a round of rock, paper, scissors would be played to determine who crossed the finish line first. So they took their hands off the handlebars in the final stretch to indulge in a quick game, with Majka's paper trumping Pogačar's rock. The duo shared an embrace as Majka crossed the finish line inches ahead of Pogačar, who retained the overall leader's jersey. Said Majka, "We had a great day. We did the last climb together. Then Tadej said I should win the stage, and so he did."
I wonder if they showed this woman mercy for her creativity. The Smoking Gun reports that a woman found naked from the waist down told Pennsylvania police that snakes had eaten her pants, according to a court filing. Responding to multiple 911 calls about a half-dressed woman walking in the middle of a road about 25 miles from Philadelphia, cops found Gloria Harpel, 35, naked from the waist down, and she was rambling. Harpel, who police suspected of narcotics use, initially said that she had put her pants in a storm drain, before contending that snakes had eaten them. Harpel, who was reportedly sweating profusely and making nonsensical outbursts, was arrested for indecent exposure, disorderly conduct, and public drunkenness. She was booked into the Montgomery County Jail on the misdemeanor counts. A probable cause affidavit does not provide a further description of the purported trouser snakes. This sounds like an excuse that you'd hear from Woody from Toy Story, because he used to say, "There's a snake in my boot." Except for this woman, it's more like, "There's a snake, and then they ate my acid wash 501s." So basically Woody, but like a female.
How would you like to make a quick $2,000 for a 30-day study? Would you be so willing if that study required you to infest your own home with cockroaches? NPR reports that a pest control company in Raleigh, North Carolina, called The Pest Informer, posted an ad on their website seeking volunteers for a study of the efficacy of various do-it-yourself cockroach treatments. Participants had to grant the company permission to release roughly 100 American cockroaches, the largest of the house-infesting roaches, into their homes, test out a cockroach treatment, and film the process. In exchange, they would get $2,000. The Pest Informer was looking for 5 to 7 households across the continental United States to participate in the study. They received more than 2,500 applicants in less than a week. Owner David Floyd told NPR over email, he said, "We expected to get a handful of responses, but just overnight it sort of blew up, and we're struggling to keep up with the submissions." The study did have some requirements and assurances. The website specified that volunteers must be at least 21 years old and either own the home or have written approval from the homeowner. Volunteers were also forbidden from using any additional cockroach treatments during the study period. The company promised that all of the treatments it used would be safe for humans and pets, and that they would leave the property cockroach-free, one way or another. And what was the point of the study? It was part of Floyd's plan to transition the company into a 50-50 business model between traditional pest control company and media company. They would employ technicians to service households during the busy spring and summer seasons, and have other staff to work on digital content and pest resources the rest of the year.
I've heard of a groom getting cold feet, or maybe during that part where the minister is like, "Would anybody like to say anything? Because if not, they're gonna get married," and then somebody stands up and they're like, "I'm in love with the groom," and then the groom's like, "I'm in love with her too, and not my soon-to-be bride." But here's an extra unique reason for walking out on a wedding. The India Times reports that a man walked out on his wedding after an argument broke out between his family and his bride's family, over who was going to pay for the band. As the wedding rituals were being performed, the band demanded money from the groom's side, but they refused to pay, saying that the band should be paid by the bride's family. This caused a dispute, and so the groom, apparently feeling that his pride had been hurt, walked off with his procession, breaking off the necklace he was wearing for the ceremony. The bride's side subsequently severed relations with the groom's family after the incident.
RESPECT. Click the subscribe button and find out what it means to me. Nah, that doesn't have a ring to it. But if you like videos about real news stories that are funny, stupid, or weird, subscribe now.